Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Let's Talk Geeky. This is just going to be a wee short one because as you know I'm away this weekend, so I thought I'd do a pre-record and just do a wee bit. This week, well, I've been back and out and about. I've actually just been watching some classic movies and TV shows. I have been watching soap, been watching bits and pieces. I've got the Fargo Kid. That's the Gene Hackman and the Harrison Ford movie. I've got Cowboys with John Wayne to rewatch, and I'm literally going through some of my classic horrors as well. The Mummy is and such like some of the Universal classic monsters. I'm also I've got recommended to me a couple of movies up and about, and I'll say what they are because I'm wanting to look at them for review purposes rather than actually just chat about them here. I got some good DVDs in, so my pick of the week. I'll actually go through that. No new toys, so it's just DVDs. So I hope you'll bear with me. It's actually because I've got nobody to talk to. So let's start with what have I've been watching. The Frisco Kid with Gene Hackman and Harrison Ford is a superb movie. It is. It's not the typical Harrison Ford vehicle. It's definitely not the typical Gene Wilder movie. The It's about a rabbi and a cowboy, a bank robber, who it's a buddy movie. So what can you say about it? Gene Wilder actually plays the rabbi, and Harrison Ford plays the bank robber. This was something that it was made after the fact, after the Star Wars movies. Harrison Ford had been in the Guns of Navarone, and that had failed. And what was the other movie he was in? Can't even remember the name of the other movie he was in at roughly about the time. Even that had failed. It hadn't got him the big parts that he was looking for. So when this one came along, it wasn't expected to be a big hit movie. It was quite a cheaper movie to make, and he was quite happy to do it. And it didn't go too well at the box office, but he really enjoyed doing it, as far as I understand. And you can see the chemistry between Gene and Harrison. It just is superb. Gene Hackman plays the Polish rabbi quite well. There's a few corny jokes of the time. However, I think it actually worked really well, and it is definitely a movie you should have a look at. One of the movies I want to do, I've been recommended to me, is True Romance, a Tarantino movie I'd never even heard of. I hadn't watched. It's a 1993 movie, so I want to actually look at that. And obviously, I'm watching the Cowboys, the John Wayne. Yeah, I mean, Bruce Dern is the baddie in it, and he kills John Wayne. It's a no, 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 no. Although Bruce Dern is actually such a good actor, he did Silent Running and one of my favourites, Down Periscope. So let's actually just talk about bits and pieces. What I've been watching this week is Soap. If you remember Soap, it's all about the Tates and the Campbells. It got a 4 season run and it didn't get an ending. I think that the end of season 4, they were hoping to get season 5. So there's 3 people could get killed off, and it left it like that. And unfortunately, I wish it had got a conclusion. Even later on, it got an episode to end. But it had a successful spin-off, Benson, one of the funniest sitcoms at the time. Some of the characters in this are just great. Billy Crystal is great as Jodie. You had some of the characters were just superb for the role, and I wish they had actually. I'd seen them in other stuff. I'd seen them here and there, but nothing I would say big that they jumped out as that's who they were. And obviously, by the time it came over to the UK, it was after, I suppose, syndication. So we didn't get it until late on, and then obviously a lot of these actors had been doing other things in the 10, 15 years since it had been filmed and it had been shown over here. So there was a, dis, a distance between that and any movies we'd seen. So we could have seen them in movies and just not even known who they were prior to seeing so. So I can only apologise for that. But I've got some nice classic stuff. I've got The Terror, Boris Karloff and Jack Nicholson. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's something for my watch of the week. And I picked up this one here. FAQ about time travel. It's got Chris O'Dowd, Dean Lennox Kelly, Mark Wooten, and Anna Faris. It's a fun time travel one. It's about a guy who's a bit of a nerd, and he's got his questions about time travel, and he's got the answers, all the answers, not always right answers, but he's always got them. And it's about three guys sitting in a pub suddenly getting thrown into it, and it is a fun movie. I would definitely watch it if you just want a fun time travel thing, nothing major. I also picked up Last of the Summer Wines. This is seasons 3 and 4. I've got 1 and 2 somewhere. I'll need to dig them out, but I'm building it up gradually, so I love it. And Nora Batty's on the back. Some of the great ones. Last of the Crumple, Clegg and Foggy are just hilarious in it. How's that for a classic? Dr. Zhivago. I enjoyed that. It's a bit, yeah, for my taste, but considering it's a bit of a romance one. It's not my favourite, but it is a good, entertaining movie. So, Dr. Zhivago. A couple of the other things I picked up this week. Also, Papillon, or Papillion. That's the one, Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman, about the prison. That I love. I remember seeing it at the time. I remember the revulsion of him eating the worms and the caterpillars and stuff like that. And things like that just stuck with me. So this is a movie I thought, wow. As soon as I saw it, picked up, I thought, perfect. I also picked up Jaws. Yes, I have got a copy, but this is the anniversary edition, so I'd upgraded it and it's in widescreen. So superb and good quality copy. It was actually still wrapped, so I just unwrapped it to get it. And here's one that's still not actually been unwrapped. The Expendables, brand new charity shop, and I love the Expendables. I like seeing the old classics basically coming back and doing the same old stuff, but just a bit slower because of their age. And two of my favourite things that I picked up are Time Team, The History of Britain. This has got a number of ones, and it's something from every age. So you've got Time Team digs from the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, two from Roman Britain 1 and 2. You've got the Dark Ages, the Norman Britain, medieval Britain, and modern Britain. So there's digs from all of them right across the board. There is four discs. Actually, 3 discs. I was sure it was 4 discs, but it's only 3 discs. But it is definitely worth it. So, Time Team, History of Britain 1. And then I also got Time Team, the very best of them. So it's ones from each of the crew. So you've got Mick's choice, you've got Phil's choice, Tony's choice, John's choice, Helen's choice, Stuart's choice, Karenza's choice, and Victor's choice. I'm looking forward to that. Some of the very best of the digs, and I must admit, they are perfect. I've got them all anyway because obviously I've rewatched them all the time, but getting them actually in specific DVDs with the wee bits extras here and there, I love. So I hope they're going to be as good as I remember, and I hope the extras are talking to the crew and stuff like that. And if you've been watching the new dig, I've only obviously seen the one dig, and there's a preview of behind the scenes for dig 2 getting ready to go. Dig 1, you certainly miss some of the crew. You miss Tony because the guy who does it is not an everyman. He's an archaeologist professor. It doesn't come across as the type of questions we would ask. It's just silly questions. It's too polished for my taste. I like Tony doing it because you felt as if he'd be asking the silly questions I would ask. This new guy presents it. He's got a very soothing, polished voice, and it doesn't represent the viewer as far as it represents the people who are actually on the show, not the people who it's trying to get interested in the show. It's too much like the old documentaries you used to get when you were growing up. So you'd have the David Attenborough, and he would be telling you things. Whereas Time Team, it was basically getting you involved. Tony was asking the questions you want to ask when they're talking about it. This new guy, it's not us asking a question, it's him just telling you, like the David Attenborough and stuff like that, the Jacques Cousteau, these type of people who used to tell you what was happening on screen. That's so it. I think it's too polished now. Then you also miss Phil, and you miss Raksha. Obviously, Victor passed, Mick's passed. You, you can't have them back. It's just unfortunate. But the ones that are still around, like Phil, Raksha, and Tony, you do miss. You have got a lot of the old crew back, and it's good to see them, and it's entertaining to watch, but it's not the same time team. So if you get in expecting the same time team, it's not. It's a bit more polished, but it's definitely not that. Enough. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. He's obviously not getting attention paid to him. So hold on. Right, come on. Come here. Come here. Say hi. What? Say hi to the guys. Hey, it's Benji. They've just had a haircut. So he's actually looking a bit neater than he was. Right, you get down. You come up. Great to see the difference in him. Remember the last time he was on? He was a scuffball. Well, he's had a haircut as well. So, there you go. Baldy Buddy and Baldy Benji. So, they're obviously not getting attention paid to them, so they're actually just being a wee bit shouty and barky, aren't you? They're just wanting to actually climb up. The two of them are actually sitting up at my knee. So, and as people actually keep on saying, the only time I get people to watch me is when the dogs are on. So, they're obviously the drag. Anyway, no new toys, unfortunately. The new toys I've actually shown, I've actually opened. They're all up and running. You've seen me opening the boxes. So you have got my Wolfman. You've got my Ash Medieval Dead. You've got my Orca Boat. And basically, there's nothing new to open. No, Benji's wanting up. So there he's there. Right. So it was only a short wee video just to say hi. Sorry I'm not around this week, and we will be back to normal next Saturday, getting out there, and we'll be organising our Wednesday review streams again. So I can only apologise for the break, and hopefully you'll stick with us. From me, remember, I'm not old, I'm classic. And PJ maybe